Welcome, nerds, to our next podcast, part 2 of our Penelope Douglas series, where we're going to be talking about Credence and Five Brothers, and these are spicy.
Yes, this is where we go taboo and spicy.
Ooh, taboo is definitely the word. So,
Yeah.
My introduction to Penelope Douglas was Credence, and I made sure it was your introduction
Yes, it
too.
was. Yes, you did. You did that for me. Thank you.
I feel like this is where everybody should start, because if you can read this book, you'll love the rest of them.
Yes.
Because this one is
If you accept that
taboo.
for whatever reason
yes.
you enjoyed this.
Five brothers too, but for completely different reasons. So we're going to dive into Credence first. Credence is a book about a girl has very famous parents. They're actors, and her dad, no one knows. They don't take very good care of her. They're basically obsessed with each other. And her dad's dying of cancer, nobody knows.
Yeah.
And him and the mom decide to just commit suicide. They don't even leave her a note.
No.
That's how much they just did not care about her.
It was really trauma
It was
level.
really
Yeah.
traumatizing. And then she finds out, she didn't know, that her dad had a stepbrother. And he calls her and he's like, hey, you don't have any family. If you want to come and stay with us, we live on a peak in Colorado. And, you know, if you want to come, you can.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what? Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing going for me here.
Absolutely. Like, this is depressing here, and I could use a change of scenery. So she does. She goes.
Yep.
She just gets. He sends her a plane ticket. Oh, we got.
It just caught up with your live reading.
Hold on.
Oh shit. We gotta start again.
We gotta start again. I got restricted for what I read. We're gonna get restricted again when I read it, but
Right.
that's okay.
Do you want to start the podcast over?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Or let me see. I can.
Just edit out the last second.
I
maybe.
can. I can.
I told you were gonna get restricted.
You
to
did.
keyword. I'm surprised it took so long though.
It just caught up with your live reading.
Alright, so she does. She goes. She just gets. He sends her a plane ticket. Oh, we got right there.
Right
It just
there,
caught
yeah.
up with your.
He sends her a plane ticket. Oh. All right.
That's okay.
To 33
Talk
seconds.
over,
Yeah. Let's make sure we got it.
Yeah.
He sends her a plane ticket. Oh, oh no.
Oh,
Honestly, that's pretty funny. He sends her a plane ticket. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so we just pick up the.
All right, we're picking up. We did get restricted because
Wait.
I did read some absolute
Yeah.
smut. So
That we're gonna read again.
That I'm gonna read
But
again.
within the next 10 minutes, so I don't know if they'll extend the restriction or not. Okay, ready?
It's fine. Yeah. All right. Go to my mark. Go here. And yeah, and she shows up at his house, and you know, if she finds out that on top of this peak,
Right.
once winter starts, they will be snowed in.
Yeah, it's super rural. Like they can't get to town. The roads are
Yeah.
too treacherous.
On top of the mountain, you can't
Yeah.
get back down once the snow has started.
So before we dive too far in
Yes.
with all the characters, let's jump back. What's your spice level for this one?
Woo! 5. If this
Yeah.
isn't a 5, I don't know what is.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
It takes a minute to get there, but once you get there, good lord. I mean, we're going to talk about all the different kinds
the
of
different
scenes
kinds
we have
of
in here,
scenes,
but
yeah.
like they are.
But the tension build up and the way it was written, I agree. This is
And it is taboo. We're going to talk about why here in a second because, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. And then trauma level for this one?
I'm not real traumatized by it.
No.
No.
I felt bad for her that she was so neglected,
Yes.
but
She was love starved.
yeah, she was. That's the only piece I said that would be the one piece of this book that like where it maybe pulled a little because I was like, oh. do you
I mean,
have
and there
full
was the
consent?
whole subplot with the guys from town.
Yeah.
You know, they do light the barn on fire. But, you know, it was all for the
No,
plot.
some of that, yeah. The
Yeah.
only thing traumatic to me in this was like the neglectfulness left this hole that I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, could somebody have filled it that wasn't Uncle Jake? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
So, I mean, trauma for me, I'm giving it 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. She felt a
It's-
little preyed upon, but
We didn't have time for a lot of trauma, okay? We had to dive all the way
I
into
think
this
the most
one.
traumatic part of this book was me realizing, wow, I like this a lot. What's wrong? What do I need to learn about myself?
You know, I
Taboo
learned,
age
honestly,
gap.
that is what this book does. Because, like, once you figure out the premise, you're like, oh, this, I'm not going to like this.
Yeah.
And then you
I
read
think
it and
you
you
do.
go, what's wrong with me?
Yep, that's 100%.
I'm not proud of it, but I absolutely love this.
Yeah, I did too. I really did.
Yeah.
I
So,
agree.
you know, we give spoilers here. I'm going to be reading a portion of this book just so that everybody gets a good feeling for it. But, you know, she falls.
Right, so she ends up going to Colorado.
Yeah, but she stays there.
And it's Uncle Jake and his two sons, right?
Yes, Uncle Jake is 38, I believe. He had his sons very young, or he might be 40, I don't remember.
Right.
She is 17, about to turn 18, and they do wait till she turns 18. It's not until after on her. Yeah, they are legal.
Yeah.
It is very important to remember that this was her dad's stepbrother. That they were not blood related.
Not technically family.
They did not grow up together. They did not know her when she was a child. They only met her as almost an adult.
So
I mean, really weird stuff happens at this cabin because I think we need to talk a moment about how when she first gets up there, she finds women just leaving the house.
Oh, yeah.
That she hasn't met because they just show up in the middle of the night and they're like, they really like the Van Buren boys.
Yeah, so Noah and Caleb are the two sons.
Yes.
And I mean, but Uncle Jake is pretty well known in town too. So,
yes.
So all the townies, I guess they're townies.
Yeah, they do take turns. I mean, my flappers were gasted when I found out about this because I was like, they are just showing up and then they're like goodbye and they just leave in the morning. They walk out and do the walk of shame back to their house.
Yeah.
But this is only during the summer months because in the winter months they're
holed up. But that's part of why they try to get it all out
as much as they can
in the spring.
It didn't work.
It didn't. And now they have Tiernan up there with them.
Yes, and she is looking better and better. And they go out for her 18th birthday. There's a whole scuffle in town with some of the townie boys, and then they take her back home.
But they all start to have their own kind of unique relationship with her. And so that kind of develops. And Noah is probably like the sweetest, easiest. You know, like least complicated. He's just kind of.
Oh, you have to talk about her first meeting with Caleb because he doesn't show up in the book for quite a while.
That was one of my favorite scenes in the book. And Caleb doesn't speak. He's nonverbal.
He's nonverbal, and he stays at their fishing cabin most of the time. He really likes to be by himself. You find out he had a very traumatic past when he was a child. He got left in a car for 4 days, screaming, and he stopped speaking after that altogether. So he has the ability, but he can't. Yeah. He's got a block there and he doesn't really communicate at all. They taught him sign language. He can write. He can do sign language. He doesn't do any of it. He does not speak on purpose.
Nope.
So you got to tell him about the first time that she meets Caleb.
Well, so I know it's at night and she's downstairs in the kitchen, I think.
Well, she's doing laundry in the garage.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because he comes in and he basically starts like tearing at her clothes. Like he's not talking. She's like, who are you? What's happening? And then he's just all over her. And it's very tense.
She pieces together that he's Caleb. Yeah. But they, you know what's crazy to me about this? That they never told her, hey, my brother might show up. He doesn't speak. And he can be really aggressive. Because that's what everybody knows that he is. It's his thing. And, I mean, he starts pawing at her. Yeah. And she's so taken aback at first. She's like, oh, wow. And then she's like, wait a minute. No. And she tells him no repeatedly. Yeah, but he thinks that she's one of the townie girls. And she's just showed up for this.
Right.
And Noah bursts in. And he's like, hey, that's our cousin. Stop. And, I mean, he's got her mostly naked.
This scene was intense.
Yes.
It was very
He's got her, like, on top of a car. He has taken most of her clothes off. She is immediately aroused.
Yeah, like she's upset, confused. She's saying no, but then also internally her dialogue is like, "What is this?" And then the interruption.
She did not like it.
But but that was your introduction to Caleb, which was just fitting, I think.
Right, and he is very angsty. He's very angry. You know, he's not nice to her. Honestly.
He's not nice to anyone.
He's not nice to anyone, but it's the dark, mysterious, quiet ones. You know? I mean, you pretty much pick up from that first scene that, like, if this isn't a why I choose, that's definitely the choice.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know that yet because she has to discover who she is. She's so love-starved. Nobody has cared for her except for her mom's assistant. Her whole life, basically.
Yeah.
And she gets there and, you know, Jake's whole thing was like, you don't laugh. You don't cry. You don't do anything.
Right. She's kind of a ghost.
Yeah. She talks about how she is a little Aspergery, but like he's like, you don't like enjoy anything. You don't nothing. So they're trying to like drag it out of her. And she does start to come into her own for her 18th birthday. She decides, I want to go to town. She dresses up. They're like, nobody dresses like that here. And she's like, it's my birthday. I can dress how I want. So they do go to town. They get in that scuffle. They come back. they're chased up the mountain. And this is the last time they make it down the mountain.
Yeah.
This is when they get snowed in. The cops are chasing them.
Coming, people.
Yes. Oh, winter is coming again and again. This is a great scene in the book when they get back. Jake goes to bed and she can't sleep. She comes downstairs and the boys are watching a movie, Caleb and Noah. And they start watching the movie together. And then, Noah is really into her. And Noah has been telling her, they had a whole scene in the shower where they're fully clothed, but nothing happens, but they were both ready.
Yes.
And so, when we get to this scene where they're all watching the movie together, and he's like, you want to know what we really do during the winter? And he puts on porn.
Yep.
And she's never seen anything like this. She's definitely a full card virgin.
Yeah.
And she starts watching it, and everybody's getting very excited. And there is a scene, and this is where it takes a turn. And this is where that things are going to get really spicy, because it gets really spicy. But there's no penetration. There's nothing that happens. They start all individually having their own experience, and then Noah is like, he's like, we're going to do this. And Caleb stands up and he's watching from where he's at, and she's like, yeah, we're going to do this. And then his dad wakes up and comes downstairs and he's like, what is happening?
I know, but before that though, this is classic Penelope Douglas. Nobody's really touching. There's no penetration. It is such tension.
It's such
so
tension.
sensual.
She does it so well.
She does it so well. That is why this is a 5 spice book.
It is.
Things like that. It's just
absolutely
the yearning, the tension, the way she writes it.
Because they do not wind up actually doing anything together.
Uncle Jake is a total cock block.
But Uncle Jake tells everybody to go upstairs, and he says, "Not you." And he's like, "You've been bad." And he's like, what were you going to do if I didn't come down here? And she was like, whatever I wanted. And
she does have a little defiance.
She does. And she starts
very festive.
It's very festive because she's really starting to come in her own. But then he shows her, because he gives her a nice little spanking.
He sure does.
And he leaves her
wanting more.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
And we go to the edge of insanity, and he just is like, all right, go to bed. And she's like, you're joking, right? You're joking. You cannot be serious. He's like, yeah, go to bed. Good night. You've been bad.
That's right.
So she does, and then the next day. Is
it really?
It's the next day. They go hunting.
Oh, the truck seems the next day. Oh, I did not. It's been a minute since I read it.
I read it this week.
That much close proximity.
No, because she had been edged to insanity.
Edged
okay, so the next scene, they go hunting. It might not be the next day, but it's definitely the next scene.
Right.
They all go hunting, and they are telling her she has to kill this deer. She doesn't want to kill this deer. And he's like, I need to know that if something happens to us, you can take care of yourself. So you have to do this. So she does kill the deer. She cries. It's a whole scene. And they came in 2 trucks.
Well, Uncle Jake comforts her.
He does comfort her right there in the snow. They start making out really hardcore, and he's like, I can't do this. We're outside. Let's go to the truck. So they do. They pull their clothes together, and they go to the truck, and the boys are there, and they are loading. He's like, load up the deer. We're going to meet y'all there. I'm going to take Tiernan home. And Noah says, hey, we've got deer. You want to ride with us? And she's like, she doesn't say anything. Jake answers for her because she's busy at the moment. And they ride off.
Oh, God, that's right.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
This is done so well that I want to read a piece of this to you. Because she starts to tease him a little bit. Because, he had been, you're too young, we can't do this. So, they're getting hot and heavy. And I'm going to read a portion of this to you. And please protect your peace, because this is going to get quite spicy.
Well, hold on, though. Tell them where you were. This is why this line is so important.
This is why this is so important. So, I had decided for my book club that we were going to read a taboo romance. This was the first. I had never read Penelope Douglas. I saw a lot of videos about this, and I was like, let's do this Credence book. I don't know what it's about. We're all going into it blind, which is the most fun.
It is.
So I had 12 women reading this book with me. And I'm in my kitchen. I'm cooking. My husband's behind me. My kids are in the living room. And I'm listening to it in my ears. And and while I'm listening to it, I get to this scene and I screamed. I went, ah! And my husband goes, what? And I am crying. I'm laughing. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I just made 12 women read this with no guidance.
I love that so
there were no warnings. And I didn't know that it was going to get like this. And it was the best book club I've ever had. Because people came in hot. They were like, I can't believe you made me read this. Or they absolutely loved it. And they were like, we need to read more books like this. And I'm with you, because like this got me. So the part that I screamed at, I'm going to read to you. Give me a second here. It does get quite spicy, so enjoy. It says, you would never take my inheritance before I was old enough to claim it, she says. Sick amusement in her voice as her fingers glide down to my stomach. It would never occur to you to force me to live here, or she kisses my lips and looks up into my eyes, or have the balls to stand up to me, a Dehaz. I bare my teeth, my heart pumping wildly. Excuse me? So don't worry, she breathes out. I'm not afraid of you. You won't take anything you want. You're safe. Weak. My father said so. And then she gives me a condescending smile. I was never worried. She comes in for another peck, and I jerk my lips away, glaring at her. He said that, did he? I shot back. Grab Hans, the Haas's daughter, and yank her ass down, hearing her whimper as she slides down the seat. I dive down, sinking my mouth into her pink pussy as she pressing her thighs wide for me. Ah, she cries out, I was joking, I'm sorry. I wrap my arm under one of her thighs and hold her to me as she arches back and squirms. You're what? I challenge, swirling my tongue in a steady hard circles over her little nub. Sorry, she stammers. I'm sorry, Jake. Oh, God. That's fucking right. I want that piece of shit to hear his little girl scream my name wherever the hell he is. I want him to know how much she likes me and everything that I do. The scream that I scrumped when I read that, I was like, oh my God. I love Penelope Douglas from that point on, because it is just so outrageous. It was just so great.
Okay, that was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, the whole book is a good time.
The whole book is a great time.
There's more scenes. We're not going to get into all of them because there are so many.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's not spoil her. You can read for yourself to find out what happens with this kind of forced proximity, maybe why choose, maybe taboo, age gap. Let's see.
Yes. So yeah, I will leave the rest of the scenes to you. I will say that sometimes there were multiple people in the scene.
Oh, it's worth a read though.
It's worth a read.
It is so worth a read.
If that didn't convince you to read it, then it's not your book.
Right. That's true. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so overall rating before we jump into Five Brothers.
Okay. And this is probably going to be surprising. I gave this 3 stars.
Really?
Yes.
That is surprising.
While it is fun, I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I will reread it, which is mostly a 5-star. Mm-hmm. It's problematic.
Yeah.
It felt very like he was grooming her. That's why I can't give it 5 and I can't give it 4. But it's, again, I don't want to like this.
I know.
I don't want to like it because I felt like everybody was grooming her. She was so love-starved. She just needed like family and friends, and she got this experience, and while it was great, it is problematic. But I read so many of her other books after this.
Right.
It did it for me.
I agree. I absolutely loved it. So I totally agree with you, and that was why my trauma, like I was flirting with a higher trauma level for this, because I just felt like, did she really make a choice, or was she just so desperate that it happened? So I agree with that. I'm still going to go with 4.
Yeah.
It was a really good read, and I think the ending for me helped calm all of that.
And we're not going to tell you how it ends.
We're not going to tell you how it ends.
I didn't love how it ended.
See, I did. I thought, you know what? I was very comfortable with the ending.
All right, so let's get into Five Brothers. Oh.
This one, can I say I liked it more than Credence? I definitely liked it. I'm just trying to decide, did I like it more than Credence or not? I don't know. I did like it a lot. I think it was an easier read for me because it didn't have that taboo grooming. So I think I enjoyed it more.
It was less problematic.
Yeah. But still very fun, problematic.
Oh, it's so fun.
Okay. So I want to get in and talk about this, but go ahead and give it your spice level.
Five Brothers, 5.
Yes, 100%. Those scenes were so good. And it came early. It started off with a bang, and it didn't stop.
It did. Yeah. So everybody should know the premise for this book is that she's dating, there are 5 brothers, she's dating the youngest brother. It kind of doesn't work out with them, and she was at his house. They're really dating, yeah. And she decides that she's just going to go home. He actually has another friend that comes over and he, is having his own time, but she can't leave. Her tires got slashed by this girl.
Oh, that's a crazy girl.
So she just is like, I'm gonna sleep on the sofa. I'll handle this in the morning. And then she has an encounter with somebody that she really enjoys.
Yes.
But she doesn't know who it was.
She has no idea. So she knows it's one of the brothers because they all wear this special bracelet. So she knows it's one of the brothers. And she knows that it's not Trace, the guy she's been fooling around with. But she has no idea which one of the other 4 brothers it might have been.
This is such a fun
premise. This is such a fun premise.
Because she has to figure this out by basically process of elimination.
Yes. But the whole story along the way is still really good too. And so there's like this backstory piece too where like they live in this town. The boys live on, quote, the wrong side of the track. She's supposed to be a little bit more like wealthy, well-to-do, but they don't know her backstory. She's got some family drama happening. Her dad just abandoned the family. And so they're struggling financially, which is a whole other little side plot. Her mom's nuts. But yeah, so she's taking care of the kids. The 5 brothers are raised by their oldest brother because their parents also passed away.
Yes.
So
yeah,
all that's happening. So this really, really fun, like which brother did I sleep with, is class. But there's also there's so many that gives it depth.
Yes,
and it does have depth.
What she's great at is character development,
yes.
right? So you really get invested into everybody's individual stories, but all the brothers have a story together because Macon had to raise basically all of his brothers, because he's the oldest. So like everybody, they all have their, I don't want to call them tropes, but they all have their own individual things going on,
their own little backstories that really do, again, give it this depth. That's why it's a super fun book, but there is a depth there that I think is important to mention.
Yes.
Just so that, because it really is worth a read.
I mean, because without it would have just felt like, okay, this is smut for smut. It's smut for plot. It really is. Even though there's so much of it and there's so many characters, it is.
I would say out of the 4 that I've read of her, I would say they're all, there's all plot, but this was probably the least.
Credence.
Yeah. Like the plot. I mean, it was there, but it didn't have necessarily all the depth that I wanted with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5 Brothers was good. Really good.
Yes.
And my favorite part, I like the female main character. Because this is one of my favorite things about her. She does not care. So at a certain point, I mean, she sleeps with most of the brothers.
Pretty much everybody but
not Dallas.
one. Yeah, not Dallas.
But and you still don't know until the end which one was the one from that night. But like, I love that she doesn't care. She's so bold. She's so bold. She's comfortable with who she is. Like, even though this might be taboo to like sleep with members of the same family, she does not care. And apparently neither do any of their friends or the brothers themselves, which I also genuinely love. It's like a very freeing, just be who you are, like what you like, you do you kind of vibe.
It really is. It really is. And she has such a different experience with each of the brothers.
Yeah.
She does. And she's trying to figure all this out. She just really enjoys being with the family. She's friends with the sister.
Yes. They went to the same school.
Yes, they went to the same school. And the sister, coincidentally, has her own book called Tris Six Venom. And that one is worth a read, too. It is her sapphic romance that she did. And it is...
It's a bully romance.
It's a bully romance. And it is probably the most aggressive. I've read that one. You haven't read it. It's probably the most aggressive of Penelope's books that I've read. And I was very surprised. It's also probably the smuttiest. Honestly, you should read it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. It's very good. And in the 5 Brothers universe, so you have the Trist book. She also is coming out with a new book.
For Dallas, you said.
For Dallas, and it's going to be a male-male romance, and I'm here for it. Like, I am totally going to read that one when that one comes out.
That makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense.
It makes sense for him, yes. But, he listen, you need to read all of these books.
You do need to read all these books.
I know that we've been talking about them, what we like, what we don't like about them, but they're all such different experiences, and that's what I think Penelope Douglas does so well, because these books don't feel alike.
They don't. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
They really don't.
She has a range, and it's so well written. Her character development is similar in how she delivers it, but like she just does this so well that like all the taboos we have in it, whether it's somebody sleeping with several members of the same family, of her Uncle Jake, her pen pal, her boyfriend's dad, like it is, or the Tris one is like a girl from the wrong side of the tracks, they're all done so well, and it's so fun.
It's fun. I think that's the thing. It's fun. It's kind of, for me, it's like a light enough read where it's like, you kind of know what's going to happen. Like, you can see the end coming, but there's always some kind of a twist or some level of depth
it is
that
deep
you don't
enough.
see coming.
Absolutely.
So it's like a nice balance, because like I don't want to. She's not an unreliable narrator. I don't get all these like, this is way out of left field, couldn't see it coming. It's kind of predictable, but in a really great way.
Yeah.
That also does, like I said, there's always some level of depth with a twist.
The smut in every one of these books
so good.
has always pushed the female main character to become more of who she is.
I agree. 100%.
They have never torn her down, and even if she felt torn down in an experience, it elevated her character development, and it made her grow every time in every one of these books. And I think that's why women will
really
identify, even though it's taboo, even though they might be a little young, you identify so much with this because like she's learning from these experiences in every one of her books, and she is growing, and it's just it's
well, and I think that's part of why I agree with you 100%. There's just like this, be who you are, become who you are, and having male main characters around you that do support that. But that's part of why Christian was my favorite female main character so far in any of the books that I've read, because it's almost like she was already there. Yeah. And I don't know, it's because of her backstory, having to raise the kids, her dad kind of being a douche. But she's already, and I just love that she is complete. There's no internal dialogue where this girl grapples with, should I do this?
No.
None at all.
She's like, you know what, I'm going to do this.
I'm going to do, and I love that so much.
Yes.
That's my favorite thing about this. This is definitely worth a read.
Yes. So please read Credence and Five Brothers and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
I deeply love, and this is like, I try to get everybody to read Credence, even though it's so taboo, that like, I want opinions on it, because I've had opinions where people are like, I couldn't even make it through.
Yeah.
I had so many people stop.
Really?
Yes.
See?
And then like, I have people who ate it up. And like I did, and like I get it. You don't want to like this, but you do. I loved it.
See, you want to do for the world what Penelope Douglas has done for her female main characters.
I do. I want to expand everybody's
enough to grow.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Thank you. I'm going to use that now.
That's what we're doing.
So, can we give overall rating for Five Brothers?
Oh, I mean, I'm going to read it again probably. It's at least 4.5. I don't know. I really like it. I'm going to go 5. I'm just going to go 5.
I'm gonna go 4.
Yeah.
4. It's not my favorite of her books. I did really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's just that like birthday
the FMC
girl.
for me. I just
I know,
love the FMC. Yeah. I did. That's always gonna be mine. How much I relate to the FMC is gonna dictate my.
No, and that's valid. That's absolutely. I also love the male main characters. Though.
Oh my god, I do. I love all of them. I don't mind.
Megan was a little problematic in just like how aggressive he was, but I did love him.
I wouldn't mind reading a book on him, like his backstory. I wouldn't mind.
Right. I don't think we'll get one because I feel like this was really his book.
Yeah, I know. But I wish he's probably the one character in the book that I didn't think had enough depth and character.
You know what character I would like to see an Iron book?
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yes.
Especially like his time in jail
and
all
coming
of that.
out. Yeah.
And him just being so vulnerable before he went. Like, he's a good, and I want him to have a happy ending.
And that's the thing is like she wrote every one of these brothers with like this tragic backstory. They all had their own stories, but she made them all so vulnerable with each other, with her, like in. Oh, it was so good. Yeah. It's so. Just
I want to
read
be part of that family too. So did she.
I don't know if I want to be part of that.
You do. You want to be part of that family.
I love that for you. Well, that's it for us. I want to thank everybody for listening in. I really feel like we're going to wind up doing Penelope Douglas again at another point in time.
I'm going to do one of her series.
Yes. So we'll try that, and then one day we'll talk, because I'll talk about her all day.
Oh yeah.
I'm meeting her in February. We're gonna go to a book convention, and we will record that because I am gonna fangirl so hard.
Yes, we are.
So hard. Right. Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for listening, and we will catch y'all next time. Bye.